Hey Aquarius, Ali from Indigo Ascension. Welcome to your weekly quick read for the week beginning January the 25th through to the 31st. The final 2 weeks of January were always going to be quite significant when it comes to the promise of the cosmic placements available to us all. Obviously, each zodiac is going to be working with that differently. This certainly sets the tone for the remainder of the year, and in no doubt you guys, more than anyone, are well aware of this subconscious underlying deep soul metamorphosis that is happening beneath the surface. Okay, so with a lot of activity happening within your sign Aqua, you're going to be feeling this across all levels. So this week I wanted to structure the weekly quick reads around the significant placements that are happening. There are quite a significant amount of conjunctions happening within your sign when it comes to the energies of Pluto, when it comes to the energies of Venus, when it comes to the energies of Saturn, Jupiter, and of course that Mercury retrograde happening in your sign. Opposite end of the zodiac hitting your 7th house within the shadows is that full moon in Leo. So in many ways you guys are working with first house energy with all of these Aquarian placements and 7th house energy. Okay, the first house rules self, our life, our constitution, how we feel that, who we feel that we are. The first house is very much about me. Who am I? The 7th house rules marriage and partnerships. And it's some amazing energy that is happening for you guys with this me versus we, okay? It's one thing to come into duality. It's one thing to experience the mirror within connection. That's how we are raised. That's how we start life as babies. We look to the world out there for assurance, for reflection, for teaching. Hence, it's always going to be all the more difficult to really go within when it comes to seeking wisdom and understanding. We're sort of not really raised by that in any sort of way when it comes to society, family values, religious values, whatever the case may be. We're biologically wired to look without. So looking within is quite different, but that is the promise of these placements. And make no mistake, there's a heavy stellium of placements happening within Aquarius into February. So you can't ignore yourself, okay? And I really, to go deep, go look at the soul messages that are coming through, work with the subconscious, whatever that means for you guys, regardless of your unique circumstances, because every zodiac is going to be experiencing this energy different. Every Aquarian out there is going to be experiencing this energy differently. Really identify and see how the world is speaking to you in many ways, okay? Your partnerships, your workplaces, your children, your lovers, your friends, how you sort of view the world and the energy you are noticing in many ways, the opportunities that are being presented to you, noticing internally the deep metamorphosis that you guys have been going through since last year. You did a lot of heavy lifting of 12th house energies in many ways with a lot of those Capricorn placements. So it hasn't been, without purpose. So with all of this energy moving into your first house, this like the stars are aligning for you in many ways, Aqua. Okay, this is your opportunity to rebirth yourself. This is an opportunity to finally state who you are, whether it be you were an Aquarian that was sort of holding that back and always feeling out of place your whole life, but knowing that you saw a higher view in the interconnectivity of many things. This is the gift that you guys are delivering. Like, you have incarnated as an Aquarian for a reason, okay? So this is your moment of rebirth. And you can rebirth anything on every level. This is all happening within your first house. So if love is your focus, if your soul path is your focus, if your role within your family unit is your focus, your marriage, your next career path, whatever the case may be, taking yourself to that next level, there's a beautiful opportunity for you to take a glance into the shadows, which is offered by your house of marriage and partnership. Okay, so a full moon in Leo will draw natural fears, will draw the other version of you to front and center too. Okay, so you're going to be dealing with your light self and your shadow self. You're going to be dealing with your heart and your ego. Okay, how do we successfully blend everything together to experience, and like, where will you allow yourself permission to stake your claim as far as who you are moving forward, okay, and stating who that is. I'll leave that with you guys. The 7th house, like I said, it rules marriage, partnerships, business partnerships, how we partner with another, how we partner with our higher self. Working together is always going to require us stating exactly who we are and then just trusting that the other is doing exactly the same. And it's not about preempting and creating storylines within our minds about what if, what can be, you know, because we then ultimately disassociate from the now. We're no longer embedded in experiencing the now for what it is, which is where our most potent and powerful manifestation abilities are activated. I can create 101 stories about the future based on my fears, and I can do the same thing based on my love. But what if I look at it like, okay, that's sort of just like me shopping, like I've already won Gold Lotto. Okay, it's the same energy. Is it irresponsible? Does it keep me continually disconnected from the here and now and checking in with myself? Who am I today? It's going to be different to who you were a year ago, 5 years ago, 10 years from now. You know, really connecting into the energy, like, because this is all in your first house, Aqua. Okay, and this is the gift you guys are delivering to the collective in a cosmic consciousness sense. It's about giving everyone permission to see the higher view, to experience unconditional love, to experience the interconnectedness of all without remaining trapped at any point in the timeline other than here. This is where we are most potent. All right, this full moon in Leo is going to, look at this. I love how the cards are just synced. The Strength card has shown up, which is ruled by Leo. What is it about your unique story? Again, it's going to be different for every Aqua out there. What is it about your unique story where you know you are going to have to face something that feels like prying open the jaws of a lion? In the traditional tarot, that's what she's doing. She's holding open the jaws of a lion. What would you deem as ridiculous or something you would never have done before? Where do you have to face courage and look it in the eye and trust that you have the genuine confidence and strength to at least begin or see this thing through? Maybe I'm connecting to many Aquas that are taking something right through to Leo season, okay, as far as a bigger story that is only just beginning now. Whether this pertains to your love, whether this pertains to, you know, your career life, your home life, the changes you are deeply desiring to embed. And you've been feeling this since last December. In many ways, you did a lot of cathartic healing last year. Like I said, a lot of 12th house placements. Listening to the subconscious, being motivated by the subconscious last year, trying to work out what that truly meant. Go back to last August as far as a chapter that may have kicked off for many of you. Watch what you can achieve. Like literally, you will stand in August this year and look back and be amazed at how far you truly have come if you are following the guidance of the stars. And I'm not in the business of telling people what to do, but I'm like telling you guys the stars are aligning in your favor. Now I feel like crying. Why are we emotional? Are you finally getting in touch with what you bear inside when it comes to the heart? Is this about making some serious or next level commitments? Is this about facing the energy that you have always perhaps sensed within a long-standing connection and wanted to voice, wanted to speak about? Is this how your love experience has been shaped since childhood? Is this your desire for love connections moving forward? Take it however it resonates. You are lighting up the 7th house, okay, under the light of this full moon. All right, so it's going to be... Aqua, I love you guys. I'm a South Node Aqua, so I incarnated very heavily within Aquarian energy. It's familiar to me. That's why I think I sort of feel like the lecturing mother sometimes when I do your readings, you know. We incarnated in this energy for a reason, Aqua. It's very much intrinsically part of, you know, my past life. And as an Aquarian sun, wherever you have Aquarius in your chart, you know, whether it's your moon sign, your rising sign, your sun sign, this is, as sun sign Aquarians, this is at your core. You have the Ace of Cups. There is a new way to experience love safely, without conflict, without fear, without a lack of confidence. You guys are great when it comes to the realms of the mind, okay? And let's look at the shadow aspects of that. Where do we allow a pretense of confidence, which underneath there isn't, okay? We all know how to do that. We all, yeah, I'll step up the gate. I'll rip that lion's mouth open. She'll be right. I can do it. How are you really feeling? Because what is promised here, and this is like I'm literally sensing Aquarians that are on the edge of a cliff, about to make a major decision, about to start a major new chapter, about to sort of step into that classroom, to step into that, you know, pick up the phone and have that conversation, or Like, I'm actually intuitively feeling people like, yeah, this is the night I need to make that phone call. This is the dinner conversation I want to have after the kids go to bed. Or there's a new way in which to experience love. More importantly, the last few moon cycles have been doing a lot of deeper subconscious work when it comes to your solar plexus, when it comes to your life force, when it comes to your shadow self, as far as renewing love. Okay, so let's always look at the deeper soul patterning when it comes to tarot, when it comes to the, oh, well, I will anyway, because that's my passion, is to look at the deeper soul healing. You know, for all empaths, intuitives and sensitives, we have incarnated for a reason. Okay, there is a higher way of experiencing the mind, there is a higher way of experiencing the heart, and by the time we've graduated into Aquarius, okay, because the zodiac wheel does move around, that's why each of the zodiacs rule a certain level or area of ourselves or our life. By the time we've come to Aquarius, this is about collective consciousness, this is about the greater good, this is about humanitarianism, this is about the promise of unconditional love. And let's face it, in the realms of love, our society has shown us very clearly that we know how to love in the shadows, we know how to love in attachment, we know how to love. If I look at the Lovers card in the tarot and I look at the Devil card, same couple, different energy, different circumstances. So if I look at this concept of unconditional love, you know, it's going to be a lot easier for us perhaps as human beings to associate that with my relationship with my child if we're a parent. It's very easy to experience that. And also, sadly, still we know that there are child-parent bonds out there that aren't bonded in unconditional love. Okay, so naturally someone that isn't of my blood, isn't of my birth, it's extremely hard to sort of come to that concept of unconditional love. Yeah, we allow our shadows to play out. We must do, we have to be able to merge genuinely in wholesomeness. Sometimes we do have to merge in shadow aspects before we can actually see what it means to merge in light. And maybe that takes a few relationships. Maybe that whole cathartic cycle happens within one relationship, and that's quite a unique story and a rare one. Yeah? You've got the Ace of Cups in your first house. This is about self-love, Aqua. This is about re-experiencing what you incarnated knowing when it comes to your emotional experience, okay, of self, of life, of connecting with another, me versus we, the love between us, the love I have for self. In loving you, I love me too. Where do the scales need to be balanced? Where do I need to bite the bullet and be courageous and roar like a lion? Because no more conflict, okay? You've got the Five of Swords underneath the deck. No more feeling like love and emotions have to be this battlefield. Okay, that I'm constantly overthinking, because I've got the blue there as far as the swords rule the air. Where am I thinking and not feeling? Where am I feeling and not thinking? How can I do both in their higher aspects? When it comes to me, when it comes to we in all forms. Amazing new beginnings in the realms of partnerships, okay? Wherever that applies to you. Let's finish with a crystal card, Carnelian. Creativity, vitality, regeneration, and sexuality. The deep orange color of this stone links it closely to the sacral chakra, which is our second chakra. It thus works strongly with our creativity, our sexuality, and emotional expression. It is useful for dramatic pursuits and other creative projects. It has a warming quality that is often used in healing and aiding the release of physical and regenerative energies. Drawing this card, Aqua, indicates that it is time to draw on your inner creative power and regenerate your whole life. What areas of your life do you feel stifled? Use this energy to power forward, my friend. Lots of love to you, Aqua. Alrighty, that was your quick read for the week. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so by heading above to the Indigo Ascension shop link. Or if you're watching on YouTube, please do like, share, subscribe. You'll find those same details in the description box below. Until next week, friend, take care.